The recruiting trail for Coach Prime and the Buffs continue to heat up as the IMG convoy that made their way to Boulder could reap excellent returns. But just how excellent will the returns be? Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYr, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because I upload all the time. Now, Colorado had itself one hell of a weekend. Obviously, they got the W over Utah, but they did it in the presence of a number of top-ranked prospects from all across the country, but a nice little group from one specific school, and that school is IMG Academy, one of the premier preparatory schools in the entire country. IMG Academy, based out of Brandleton, something like that, Florida. South Florida, just take some of the best prospects. They come to one hub. They get the college experience as a top ranked football player. They get offers from everywhere. They get to talk to all the coaches from everywhere. And then sometimes they kind of cling to one school. And that school right now seems to be Colorado. As we know, two of their starting offensive linemen are true freshmen that were just at IMG last year. That is being center and former walk-on Cash Cleveland and starting left tackle, former five-star Jordan Seaton. And now this past week, Colorado hosted a number of players from IMG Academy throughout the week and during the game day experience. And one of those players happened to be Nathaniel Boateng. Nathaniel Boateng had already been to Colorado with London Merrick, a four-star Alabama commit. They had already been during a game day experience. So they wanted to go during a week experience, see what, sit in on some meetings, get to know the coaches, see what the day-to-day lifestyle was like being a Colorado Buffalo. And it seems that experience it went really well. This is Steve Wilfong of On3. Here's what he had to say about Nathaniel Boateng, the five-star linebacker, high four-star, depending on what recruiting service you look at. This is what he had to say about Boateng in his midweek experience going back up to Boulder for another time. Let's take a listen.
That it really resonated with both of them. Chad Simmons and I, we like the way it's starting to trend for Colorado for Nathaniel Boateng. He sees an opportunity to start right away, which is pretty much what Colorado, if they're recruiting you out of the high school ranks, they plan on you being
better be ready to go.
Player. Exactly right. And he likes that environment and being around that program. Something that all these guys that are visiting Colorado see is how quickly Colorado is able to get their freshmen ready to play and the impact that they're having. And I'm told that it really resonates.
So yeah, I mean, Colorado is knocking it out of the park when they bring these high caliber freshmen or seniors that will be freshmen the next year on campus, because they can present to them a product now, A, that is winning, B, that has a ton of NFL experience, meaning guys that are coaching have tons and years of NFL experience. And when you're a high-ranking recruit, you want to know, can this program get me to the league? And now after this season, they're going to have two top 10 picks to kind of back up that formula. And then, of course, Pat Shurmur, all at Warren Sapp, Deion Sanders himself, T.O.'s always there. They all are Hall of Famers, right? Like they all are not just former NFL players. They're the top of the top, the creme de la creme of the NFL as being pro football Hall of Famers, that being Warren Sapp, T.O., and Deion Sanders himself. And so that's always going to be appealing, right? And then you see the success, like Steve Wilfong talked about, the success of their freshmen that are going out there as freshmen making plays. Draylon Miller scored a touchdown against Utah. Like we already said, Cash Cleveland and Jordan Seaton are starting offensive linemen as true freshmen. Cash Cleveland came in as a walk-on, right? Like that is going to be appealing to different players, knowing that A, I can play as a freshman, and B, play on a team that is actually going out there and performing, going out there winning, going out there having fun while they're performing and winning. All of those things are working in Colorado's favor, and having that brigade from IMG Academy. And let me just show you how talented of a player Nathaniel Boateng is. I mean, this dude is a stud. 6 foot, 205 pounds. Like I said, IMG Academy, a current according to 247 Sports composite. He's a top one, top 100 player, roughly a top 15 player in the state of Florida. Same top 150 player, 160 player, according to 247, just their site alone. I mean, this young man, they think, I mean, he's predicted to go to Michigan. That lets you know how talented he is. But he's got offers from everywhere: Texas, Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC, you name it, he's got it. This is a stud. This is not like some chopped liver. This is not a garbage player. This is a dude that can come in and make an immediate impact on anybody's team, on anybody's college football team, but on Colorado, a team that's leading the one of the top teams in the country in sacks, a Colorado defense that is vastly improved, and knowing that, hey, I could come in, make an impact, and be a part of a winning product that has a lot of fun, that you never know who's going to be on campus. Those are the things that are working in their favor. But it didn't just stop there. Wilfong made some even more, some more remarks that kind of continues to let you know that in this thing of recruiting, especially with these guys coming from IMG and seeing their former teammates have the success, meaning Jordan Seaton and Cash Cleveland, having the success that they are currently having. This is what Steve Wilfong had to say also in that same broadcast that he did for On Three. Let's take a listen.
Colorado, they're not going to strike out at IMG. So the question is, are they going to go 1 for 4, 2 for 4, 3 for 4, or knock it all out of the park and land all 4? I think 2 of the 4 they got a really good shot at. We'll see what happens with Michael Carroll down the stretch. But the Buffaloes are doing a fantastic job with these IMG recruits. They had a great weekend, and they view it. Look, the transfer portal has been very advantageous for Colorado. IMG, the way it's structured their football program, it's almost like getting a high school recruit out of the transfer portal with the lifestyle that they have in Bradenton, Florida. And these recruits that were on campus there over the weekend loved it.
So out of the 4, he's talking about the Boateng kid that we were just mentioning, Alexander McPherson, which is he leads IMG Academy in sacks this year and last year. Michael Carroll, who's a 5-star offensive lineman. And those are the McPherson, Michael Carroll, Boateng. Those are the 3, and there's one, London Merrick, the kid out of Alabama. So those are the 4. He's currently committed to Alabama, Ohio State. He's committed to one of those big time schools. I think it's Alabama. And so those are all the guys that made the trip up to Colorado this past week. And he doesn't believe they're going to strike out. It's just he's saying how many of the 4 are they going to be able to get. And Michael Carroll, he in that same video, he went on to say he spoke to Michael Carroll's father, and Michael Carroll is enamored with the lifestyle and the lights and the glitz and the glam of Colorado, and also being able to go out there and win football games. This is how good of a player Michael Carroll is. We're talking about a true 5-star Alabama commit, top 20, 25 player, depending on what site you use. 247 as a top 15 player nationally. The composite, still a 5-star, the number 1 inside offensive lineman, 6'6", 315 pounds. This is a grown man that is Michael Carroll out of IMG Academy. I mean, these are studs. And if you just go to the top players in the state of Florida, a lot of them have IMG Academy. Obviously, you see Michael Carroll there, and there's some other ones that are high 4-star, high 5-star that are coming out of IMG Academy. There's a Nathaniel Boateng. I mean, just kids that are studs coming out of that one particular school. And if Coach Prime in Colorado are able to build a pipeline to one of the premier preparatory schools in the entire country, that's only going to allow them to continue to get some of the best talent, which will then make their team better and allow them to compete for Big 12 championships year in and year out, which would then allow them to compete to be in the college football playoff year in and year out. And then, of course, the big news before a lot of this stuff went down, and that was, of course, Julian Lewis committing. He decommitted from USC. I mean, that was the major news a couple of days ago, and we know that Colorado is the team to beat pretty much. I mean, if you just want to I'm gonna show you this because it shows the USC has clearly moved on. Julian Lewis decommitted. They went ahead and picked up their quarterback out of California, Husan Longstreet. So, Julian Lewis decommits, and seconds later, 5-star Husan Longstreet flips from Texas A&M to USC. So USC's out. Lewis was on the campus of Georgia, but he's not going to Georgia. Julian Lewis wants to play next year. He wants to play right away, and the best opportunity for that is at Colorado. Georgia, they've known Julian for a long time, but they don't. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think they already have a commitment in their 25 class from a quarterback as well. The place to beat Julian Juju is Colorado, and it looks as if they're going to be able to land that commitment as well. If they're able to flip both Julian Lewis and Carday Smith, like we've all kind of been talking about on this channel a lot, and you get in the mix with a couple of these IMG guys, this class of 2025 recruiting class could be a pillar for the future of the Colorado football team if you're able to bring in some high major 5-star talent that is swarming around Boulder. It could potentially land there come signing day. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Colorado recruiting is really heating up. What do you think? Who do you think the Buffs will land? Who do you think will Coach Prime be able to have out on that field in 2025 for the Buffaloes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe because I upload all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. That is on Instagram and X at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.